all. In this video, I'm going to talk about the phases of culture shock. Culture shock is an experience a person may have when one moves to a cultural environment which is different from one's own culture. For example, if you study abroad, from Indonesia to Japan or to European countries, such as in this picture, it is in France. There are four phases of culture shock. It begins with honeymoon phase. Honeymoon phase is the stage where the difference between old and new culture are seen in a romantic light. Everything you find in a new country is considered as more beautiful and better than your own country. Here, for example, you might be excited with the locals' habit, how they move from one place to another, their pace of life. You love the food, you love the transportation, the view, and so on. In honeymoon phase, everything you find in the new country seems beautiful. You can see beautiful buildings, rivers, views, and so on that you might find more beautiful and better than your own country. You will be amazed of anything you see and you feel in this new country. The period of amazement lasts for the first few weeks. The second phase is called negotiation phase. After some time, usually around 3 months, differences between the old and the new culture become apparent, and they may create anxiety. For example, if you eat in a restaurant, you don't know the name of the food, how to use the cutlery, how to ask for chili sauce or other spices, whether to give tips, and then you don't know whether the price is right, and so on. These small differences can cause anxiety, and you will become nervous every time you eat. In this phase, excitement may give way to unpleasant feelings of frustration and anger because you continue to experience bad events that may be perceived as strange and offensive to one's or to the local culture. So, for example, if you have the habit of spitting on the street or burping after eating, these habits can be thought as offensive in some European countries, and people will look at you and think that you are from other planet or from a barbaric country. You will always feel judged and stared by the local people. You can experience this stage for about 3 months. Now, after 6 months, you will be accustomed to the new culture. You know which is allowed and not allowed in the new culture, and you may develop routines. You learn how to travel by public transportation. You can take the train, the bus, like the local people do. You can make a simple communication with local people, such as for ordering food, for buying tickets, for buying something in the market. In adjustment phase, you also know what to expect in most situations. You can interact with local people, and maybe you can follow their habits. In this stage, the host country no longer feel all new. One become more normal, and you may feel as one of the local people. And the next one is adaptation phase. In this stage, you can participate fully in the host culture. You can follow the local people routine and habits, such as taking the public transportation, crossing the street, eating out, communicating in the local language, and so on. In this case, however, you can still keep traits from your earlier culture. For example, you can speak in your first language with your fellow students, but talking in other language with local people. This stage is often referred to as bicultural stage or two-culture stage. since you are living in two different cultures. Now it is come to adaptation phase. Once you are familiar with the host country culture, you will not feel depressed anymore. You can feel at ease. Even though you live in other country, you can keep using your cultural habit. For example, you can continue eating rice or taking a shower twice a day in European countries, or start eating bread, or just wash your face every morning like most Europeans do. The key is that you can adapt to both cultures. So for this topic, there are several project ideas that I can share for you. The first one, you can find a movie in which the main character has to move to another country and then describe the stage of culture shock that he or she experiences. And second, if you have visited or lived in other country, you can describe which of their culture that surprised you. Make a description of the culture that make you surprised or shocked. And the last project, you can watch an episode of a Korean or Chinese or Japanese drama, and you may compare or make comparison about their eating habits, the costumes, how they talk, how they speak, etc. with your own culture. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy watching and doing the project in culture. I also hope that you will explore the world and experience other cultures by yourself. Until then, bye and take care.